Welcome to the Talking Book Voices, the podcast. Get ready to embark on the adventure with us as we dive into and celebrate the magic of the Texas Talking Book Program. Let's raise our voices together and make the world of literature accessible for all. The Texas Talking Book Program is a division of the State Library and Archives Commission and serves as a regional library for the National Library Service for the Blind and Print Disabled, a division of the Library of Congress. The Talking Book Program provides specialized library services to individuals who have a qualifying visual, physical, or reading disability, such as dyslexia. In each episode of the Talking Book Voices, we'll delve into the heart of the program, uncovering its history, sharing inspiring stories, and exploring the vast collection of materials it has to offer. We'll bring you the latest updates, interviews with program experts and patrons, and useful tips to make the most of this invaluable program for Texans and beyond. So whether you're an avid reader, someone who with a print disability seeking accessible materials, or just curious to learn about this great program, this podcast is made for you. Don't forget to visit us at www.texastalkingbooks.org for more information. So let's begin the Texas Talking Book Voices, a podcast by the Texas State Library and Archives Commission.
Hello, everyone. My name is Margaret, and I am a Reader's Advisory Librarian here at the Texas Talking Book Program. I am joined here today by my coworker and Disability Information and Referral Coordinator, Dina.
Hello there.
If you've looked at your calendar anytime recently, depending on your calendar, you might have noticed that September is National Self-Care Month. So, we here at the Talking Book Program wanted to take a few minutes to talk about what self-care is, how it can look different for everybody, and a few different approaches. So, what is self-care? Well, self-care is probably most broadly defined as individuals engaging in behaviors and habits that protect and help care for themselves. Sounds pretty generic, right? Well, that's on purpose. Self-care can look different for everybody, and there are a few different ways that different folks approach it.
One of my favorite ways of approaching self-care is through Beard's 7 Pillars of Self-Care, a new framework developed in 2022. The 7 pillars are physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, environmental, recreational, and social. Each pillar has different ways it can be approached depending on what works best for you.
Do you have any examples for us?
Sure, I do. Some examples of the physical pillar would be exercise, nutrition, hydration, and sleep. The mental pillar could include lifelong learning and stress management. Examples of the emotional pillar would involve regulation of emotions and practicing self-compassion. The spiritual pillar isn't necessarily limited to religion. It can include meditation or spending time in nature. The environmental pillar can include having a clean and organized living space, and the recreational pillar can include hobbies and leisure activities, and that's only some of the ways these pillars can be approached.
That's so interesting. Do we have anything in our collection I can read to learn more about Beard's pillars?
Unfortunately, not right now, but we do have some fantastic resources we can direct you to, both in and out of our collection. If you're interested in apps, there are so many to choose from, depending on what you're looking for.
What if I'm interested in apps that can help me with meditation or maybe tracking my mood?
There are plenty that will help with both. For meditation, you could try Balance, Insight Timer, Calm, Headspace, or Smiling Mind. For mood trackers, there are plenty of apps like Dailyo, How We Feel, and Mood Press. If you're interested in trying out AI, you could also try out Wysa, an AI chatbot app for managing stress and anxiety.
Those all sound great. I've even heard of an app called Finch that uses different self-care strategies and tools to help form a full-fledged and customizable routine centered around self-care.
It's comprehensive approaches to self-care that Beard's framework encourages, and resources like Finch are fantastic for encouraging that approach. But there are other ways to approach self-care outside of Beard's framework. Sometimes self-care can look like maintaining boundaries or advocating for yourself. If you're exploring self-care, don't limit yourself to one author or one source. Instead, check out a few different styles of self-care and find what works best for you. Trying something new can be scary sometimes, but the stress that comes with working your mind and body can be beneficial. Sometimes self-care can mean addressing stress, be it acute or chronic. What a lot of people don't know is that not all stress is inherently bad. Stress can sometimes be a good thing, emphasis on sometimes, depending on what the stressor is, how long it lasts, and how you handle the situation. Acute stress is usually short term, so it doesn't last long. An example of good stress is what athletes experience. The physical exertion, the adrenaline, the excitement they feel when they're competing, that can all be good stress. Sometimes life events are exciting, like starting a new job, getting married, buying a house, or having a child. These can also be stressful events. How you handle the stress will often be the difference between it being a good stressor or a bad stressor. Chronic stress is usually long-term and difficult to manage. There are unfortunately many examples of chronic stress, such as caregiving, having a difficult job, financial difficulties, and chronic illness. You want to try to reduce the amount of chronic stress in your life. If you cannot eliminate a stressor, such as a chronic illness, then learning how to manage the condition, plus developing coping techniques and resilience strategies can help.
If you're struggling with your mental health, sometimes self-care can mean getting the help you need when you need it. If you or a loved one are in crisis, you can call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It is available 24/7 and you can reach it by dialing 988 on your phone, or you can use the website 988lifeline.org to text or chat. Veterans can press option 1 for specialized services, and if you're deaf or hard of hearing, you can also connect to 988 using a video phone. You can also reach out to the crisis text line by texting the word hello, or if you prefer to chat in Spanish, hola, to 741741. They are available 24/7 as well and can be reached online at www.crisistextline.org.
If you're interested in sites from Health and Human Services, you can call the Talking Book program or send an email to dirc@tsl.texas.gov, and we can send you this information.
If you're interested in book recommendations, we have a plethora of self-help books available here through our collection. Get in touch with us at the Talking Book program if you would like personalized recommendations and information on what books we have in our collection that might suit your needs.
And I think that does it for today. If you have any further questions or need help finding services in your area, you can email us at dirc@tsl.texas.gov or give us a call at 1-800-252-9605.
We look forward to hearing from you.